tonight on Exposure. He got away with murder. Now he's haunted by the telltale heart.
Exposure.
Then, a full moon's on the rise, and classic horror is reborn.
Exposure.
Plus, meet the kid who put the trick into Trick or Treat.
Exposure.
And Debbie Harry is the sultry siren in an ancient myth.
Exposure. Sci-Fi short film program.
We begin tonight with A Hollow Place from director Joseph Anaya. Born and raised in Tacoma, Washington, Anaya earned a degree in film and video production from San Francisco State University. He's currently the co-creator and producer of an upcoming dramatic series for VH1.
The rules of horror that I tried to adhere to mostly was the anticipation of what's going to happen. Set up a ticking time bomb and then create the tension of when is that time bomb going to go off.
Get up here. Carlos. Here's my change from the store. Where's the rest of it?
What do you mean?
It's change. Where's the rest of the coins?
I don't know.
I don't know. You always complaining about wanting to be treated like a man, and you can't even keep up with 50 cents. How you ever gonna take care of yourself? How many times do I have to tell you I can't take
I
Carlos?
need for you to look after him for a little while. I have no choice. I am
There's always something else to do.
Please, I'm begging you.
No.
I don't want to be on the streets, and I really don't want to leave my son, but I don't have a choice. I am at your mercy. It'll only be for a few months.
Yeah, right.
It's just for a little while, just for a few.
Yes, Jesse, come on. Come on. How many times is to tell you that the handle goes on the outside? I'm talking to you. Now, my only fear comes when I sleep. Death. I dreamt that death was above me. Watching. Death is going to come and take me away with him.
You shouldn't talk like that.
What do you know about death? You have to live to understand death. You ain't done nothing with your life.
Will you please take him? His father's not alive. It'll only be for a few months.
I said no. Carlos, get up here. She's never coming back.
We got a call from a neighbor that there's a disturbance going on here.
Here?
This is the place? And your name is?
Corliss. Corliss Young.
Corliss, did you hear anything unusual tonight?
No.
Mr. Young, do you mind if we come in and take a look around?
Sure.
Why are you still up at this hour, Mr. Young?
I had a nightmare. I couldn't get back to sleep.
Neighbor tells us you live here with your grandfather.
Well, he's not my grandfather. He's more like an older cousin.
Did he hear anything?
I'm sure he did.
You're certain?
Yes.
You asked him?
No?
Could we ask him?
No. I mean, he's out.
Out? Your neighbor said he was bedridden.
Well, look, he's old, but he's not bedridden.
Where is he?
He's away visiting his son. I can show you his room if you'd like.
Great.
Okay.
It's too bad you guys had to come way out here. Could have been helping somebody who really needs your help.
So what we get paid for?
I suppose so, but a nightmare? Sort of childish.
What kind of nightmare was it? I always have that when I'm flying and then I crash. You know, they say when you have repeating nightmares, you should confront the offending object.
Yeah, this one I screamed. That was in the heat of battle.
How long did you say your cousin's been away?
About 2 days. we leave this room?
Is there a problem?
I can show you the rest of the house.
Did you hear any fighting, crashing, pounding?
Well, I might have screamed during the nightmare.
What's your grandfather's name?
Cousin.
Cousins.
Alvin Porter.
Alvin?
A-L-B-A-N.
What kind of name is that?
I don't know. Well, here's the son's number. You guys like anything to eat or drink before you go?
Nope, no thanks. We're on duty.
Could you guys check outside for me before you go?
Sure, no problem.
Yeah, it'll make me feel better. Thanks.
Later, a classic tale retold for modern times. Beware the bite of the Werewolf of Praxton Hall. But first, the evidence points to murder, but the only witness is in his mind. The conclusion of a hollow place when exposure continues.
Exposure.
All day, Invisible Man.
Join the master of suspense, Wes Craven, for some very scary movies on a special edition of Exposure. Next Wednesday at 10 on Sci-Fi.
Get exposed.
Exposure.
Now, exposure continues with the conclusion of A Hollow Place.
Good morning. I hope we didn't wake you.
What's the matter?
Do you mind if we come in?
I don't mind.
Good.
Mind if I make some tea?
Oh, of course not. Go ahead and make some tea.
Where's your partner?
He went to the John.
You said you had some questions?
Oh, yes. We still have a few things we have some questions about.
You said you didn't hear anything last night.
Is that true, Mr. Young?
Yes.
One of your neighbors said that they heard 2 screams late last night.
You said you screamed during your nightmare. What about the second scream?
I don't follow you.
Could you have screamed more than once in your nightmare?
Maybe.
Maybe they just remembered it wrong. Witnesses have conflicting stories all the time.
Could you please excuse me?
How many times must I tell you?
Death is going to come.
Mr. Young!
Corliss?
You all right? We tried to reach Mr. Porter's son, but he was out of touch. The office said they went on a rafting trip.
Now, why would you take an old man on a rafting trip?
I don't know. Maybe he wanted to make the old man feel young.
So the old man is on a trip with his son?
Yes!
Where did they go?
I don't know. He didn't share much with me.
Well, I guess that'll do it for now. When Mr. Porter comes in, you make sure he contacts us, okay?
Yeah, sure.
Just for my notes, how old is Mr. Porter?
Around 70.
Where are your parents?
They're dead.
Sorry. So your cousin's facing all by himself?
Yes.
That's a big feather in his cap.
I guess.
Yeah, it's a lot of work raising a kid.
Two small parents to keep me under.
Now, what is that supposed to mean?
I'm just saying that it takes a lot of strength and love to raise a boy to manhood. I wouldn't think that a 7-year-old parent could do that.
God bless you.
What you guys are getting.
We're not getting at anything.
You can't fool me anymore. Stand here and spill my treats like a man and tell you what it's about.
Take him.
Where's my change, Corliss? Get up here, Corliss! That's what it's about. I'm here. It's all right here. Get you in. I know you get here. Please make the horse stop. Just make the beating stop.
From Hollywood, director Joseph Anaya.
The inspiration for A Hollow Place really started when I was in junior high and I read A Telltale Heart. It was actually the first assigned reading that I read all the way through, which in junior high was a big accomplishment for me. When I decided I was going to do a short film, I remembered A Telltale Heart, looked it up, reread it, was still amazed by it, and the fact that it's 150 years old and is still fresh and evocative and scary and eerie, I think is just amazing. I used all African-American cast because I'm Japanese and Mexican, and I'm always looking for opportunities to cast minorities in non-stereotypical roles or non-traditional roles, and so I decided the lead character was going to be African-American. And then when I was casting the policemen, I thought, well, if I make them Caucasian, it brings up other issues that I didn't really want this story to be about. So I decided they had to be African-American as well, and so then everybody in the film was African-American. When my mother saw the film, she was impressed and horrified at the same time. She was like, are you ever gonna make any nice movies?
Next, could you kill your brother to save his soul?
I cannot kill.
A terrifying curse within the corridors of Praxton Hall. When exposure continues.
Exposure. Plus, only on DVD.
Tonight at 9 on Sci-Fi. Log on now to thenewsci-fi.com. Experience the new look. Absorb sci-fi news and web originals. Explore the new communities. Thenewsci-fi.com. Your path to the future.
We continue tonight with The Werewolf of Praxton Hall from director Sam DeSanto. Born and raised in New York City, DeSanto earned a master's degree in film from NYU. To create the perfect homage, he shot all special effects in camera, filmed in black and white, and built props and sets by hand.
Werewolf of Praxton Hall, in a nutshell, asks the question, could you kill your brother to save his soul? Somewhere deep inside, this story, this Wolfman thing, kept nagging at me. It was always, make me, don't make that other thing, make me. You know you can make me, you gotta try to make me, so make me. And finally I said, okay, let's make it.
Dearest Thomas, I am to be married soon. Please return home. There is dark business here, and I need you to stand by my side. Your brother, Jonathan.
Jonathan!
Sorry, sir.
Let's wait!
We need your carriage.
We need to relieve the scouts by the bridge.
I'll go.
We're running out of time.
Thomas.
Jonathan.
I'm glad you're here.
What is all this?
I must go.
I have much to tell you.
Welcome home, son. Protect yourself.
This way! Hurry!
Jonathan! Please be careful.
You must return home.
Nonsense.
There's danger for you here.
Idiot!
What shall I do with poor Margaret? Werewolves. Towns offered some knives. Jonathan? Is that you?
I did not travel across half the country to sit idly by. Your strategies have failed. You cannot wait for the beast to come to you.
I tell you, to lure the beast out into the open is our best hope.
Jonathan, think you should hear this.
Rockwell done.
Jonathan Praxton.
Jonathan. Jonathan, what has happened here? Werewolves, bounty hunters, murder?
Will you hear my confession? A month ago, a rumor of a marauding beast overwhelmed the town. Robert gathered his deputies. The hunt began. I alone found the beast and was bitten. I told no one. Now the full moon has returned, and the beast with it. But this time, it is me they are hunting. And they're getting closer. I must be killed with blessed silver for my soul to ascend to heaven. If not, I will be condemned to hell.
Your soul condemned?
At dusk, in the crypt, as the moon rises. Will you drive this arrowhead through my heart?
This is madness.
Thomas, during tonight's hunt, I will most assuredly kill Deputy Rockwell. And we will both be to blame. That, my brother, is madness.
There are commandments. I have vows.
Commandments to save lives. Vows to save souls.
Is there no one else that knows your truth?
You alone I can trust. You must help me, Thomas.
Later, Debbie Harry beckons you to the erotic side of hell.
I specifically wanted to have someone narrate it who had a voice that had influenced me.
But first, the hunter becomes the hunted in the conclusion of The Werewolf of Praxton Hall. When exposure continues.
Exposure. Gothic. Saturday at 7 p.m. on Sci-Fi.
Now, the conclusion of The Werewolf of Praxton Hall.
I've sent squads 1 and 2 to the south. We will move in from the east.
Deputy, have you seen Jonathan?
No one's seen him anywhere, ma'am.
Absolutely no chances. And if one should spot the beast and does not want to confront it, sound your horn or fire a sighting arrow, and we will come to your aid. And if one is bitten...
And if one is bitten and does not die, call out to one of the team. No man shall be allowed to survive an attack. But if he does, the hunter becomes the hunted.
God bless you.
I cannot kill.
Dr. Robert Manning.
Don't do this.
Ruth Lawrence. Nicholas Smart.
Stop.
All killed by the man kneeling before you.
I will not add Jonathan Praxton to that list.
Annabella. The cowboy. Tonight, at the tower, you hold Annabella's life in your hands. You must kill the beast.
I'm sorry.
Help me! You are my brother!
Forgive me.
Father, where's your brother? He should be here.
Father, you must call off the hunt. The beast will move on, I promise you.
Thomas, this is no place for you.
Father, please believe me. You do not want this blood on your hands.
It's too late. Everything is set in motion. The men are in place.
Now look up here.
Lord, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil.
Jonathan.
The beast is inside.
I shall carry your love with me always.
From Central Park in New York, director Sam DeSanto.
I'm more scared by not just, oh, you know what I mean? And a guy going, you know, with the face mask and the thing. Everybody is going through a lot of stuff, but I'm not having people gnash their teeth and roll their eyes and scream and yell. There's only a little bit of yelling, and it's at the very end. I was, whatever, maybe 5 years old, and I saw the Wolfman for the first time. What really terrified me about it was the fact that you can be a good person, you can be a good man, but still be capable of terrible things.
Next, Halloween night becomes quite the fright for a boy left alone in the dark when Exposure: The Future of Film returns.
Eclipse. Nostradamus. Friday at 9 on Sci-Fi.
What do you want from me?
We continue tonight with season's greetings from animator Mike Dougherty. Born and raised in Columbus, Ohio, Dougherty created this animation as his thesis project at New York University. He's currently developing groundbreaking digital animation methods for TV and the web and introducing the world to virtual pets.
Season's Greetings is a dark, twisted, but funny animated film. partially a form of revenge for myself. When I was younger, I was mugged on Halloween and dragged down the street, kicking and screaming while I was holding onto my candy bag.
From downtown Newark, New Jersey, Mike Doherty.
Halloween is my favorite holiday, and my birthday is actually very close to it. The best Halloween I've had was probably last year when I dressed up as a slaughtered cow, and a friend of mine dressed up as a butcher, and we went to the New York City Halloween parade, and periodically I was slaughtered in front of children and families, you know, much to their applause. Yeah, I leave a light on for kids to come trick-or-treating. You know, I scare the crap out of them when they come. They usually end up running away screaming.
Debbie Harry gives voice to a demonic vision, unlike anything seen.
What the hell was that?
Next on Exposure.
Exposure. The sci-fi premiere of Gothic, Saturday at 7 p.m. on Sci-Fi.
Our final film tonight is from director and animator Voltaire. Born in Cuba, but raised in New Jersey, Voltaire began animating at the age of 10, inspired by the fantasy films of Ray Harryhausen. These early childhood films led to commercial work at age 17, and he hasn't stopped since.
Never name your short film something people can't pronounce, because then it's like, hi, Voltaire, this is the Sci-Fi Channel. We'd like to license your film, Oh, never mind. Hey, Bill, get the guy who made Star Wars on the phone. I am interested in creating a completely different world where You almost feel like you're getting a glimpse into another dimension or something of that nature.
Are you listening to me? It goes like this. Death can appear in a myriad of guises, traveling unseen. In a moment of love or a second of passion, he could sneak up behind you. Under the watchful eye of science, he has been often spotted traveling under the skin, on the head of a pin. He toys with you, draining life from the blood like a master vampire. Praying for a cure is not enough. Cut through the idle indifference until every last drop of infected blood is cleansed. Be safe and cheat death. Cheat death with me.
From his studio in New York's East Village, Voltaire.
I was sitting in a Cafe Orlin in New York City, and there was a young Indian lady sitting at the table next to me, and she and I got to talking, and one thing led to another, and I started showing her photographs from the kind of work that I do, and she said, wow, your work is full of monsters and demons, and it's very mythological. Do you know much about Hindu mythology? I said, no. And so she started telling me this story about Rakthavira, this Hindu demon, and I thought, wow, that's great. I have to animate that. I really wanted these characters to seem like they represented humans, and a lot of people would come up to me after seeing the film and saying, wow, that was a really cool film. All these demons, you know, raping these Barbie dolls. And I was like, no, that was not my vision. Everything that I do is just one little step after the next to get me a part on Star Trek. Like, that's all I ever really want to do. Like, the day that I get cast on Star Trek, I'm done.
Join us for scary movies all month long and celebrate Halloween next Wednesday with a special edition of Exposure hosted by Wes Craven.
Exposure.